Hello, this is Sheila Truelove, and again I am sharing with you how narcissists always reap what they sow in the end, and it's important to be mindful of how you treat other people. Every time my faith sometimes start to weaken, and you sometimes say, you know, do they really reap what they sow? Do they really? I always turn on my TV. I have Hulu and this show called Intervention. And it has like 13 seasons. And it shows the life of how people end up. Okay? There's like some people, there's this one guy on here. His name is Robbie. And he is one that I feel sorry for. That's one guy who I really felt bad for. But majority of these people, they are reaping what they sow. A lot of them, they sit up here and as usual, they do that, they play that blame game. And look at how old this broad is. I mean, really. Blame your mother, of course.
High on meth. That's one of my favorites. My first favorite probably would be Norcos. And then I loved to be drunk. That's my favorite mix. When I'm sedated on that, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling no pain.
All she can think about is where's my next drink or where's my next fix. I've seen her,
Now let's stop and think about this. She uses this crystal meth at least 3 times every day. She drinks 2 and 3 bottles of wine every day. That's an alcoholic, okay? I could see if my daughter had issues with me, if my life was looking like this, you know, but baby, please. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I say, where do these people get this kind of money? Now, I know that they're prostituting, but I mean, how can you imagine how many people you have to sleep with? How many people do you have to sleep with to be having a habit of like $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week habit? Oh, this is crazy. I'm in the wrong business because I need to be getting what? I'm just joking.
Chug up half a bottle of wine and then take a handful of different pills.
Just numbs my whole, from my head to my toes. It's like an orgasm, kind of. It's this feeling that comes over you that it's a release of your stress.
Now, you see, the reason why I could never hang with drugs, even though I've done my share of experimentation, is because that goes totally against the Bible. My conscience would beat me morning, noon, and night. But when it comes to drinking, and I assure you, I've never been a woman to drink like this, ever. I drink sporadically. And there has times when I've overdone it just like everybody else on the planet, you know, but I don't make a practice out of that. You know, there has been times when I have definitely overdone it with the booze, but never have I lived my life this way, ever. Not even a fraction.
1886.
I think Diana gets her alcohol any way she can.
She escorts, and I've actually heard from her own mouth how she's important in that line of business.
Hey baby, how you doing?
Don't they kill you trying to dress up the name prostitute, whore, slut? It ain't no damn escort. An escort goes out on dates. And they sit there. They do not have sex with any of their clients. That's an escort. There is no sex, no kissing, none of that involved. These are prostitutes.
I need some. I've given sex.
I would like to come over, yeah. $20.
I have degraded myself into levels that I'm ashamed of even saying, but whatever it took, I would do.
How's it going? How old are you? I could probably teach you a few things.
I don't think anybody ever wants to think of their mother doing that.
I've sold my soul to the devil for drugs.
Barely got a 10 to that. And him too.
When I heard my own mother say that, I felt like I got stabbed in the heart, I guess.
These were warrants I had. I did some jail time for driving a suspended license, Prop 36 court, meth and paraphernalia.
Recently, my mom has been in a lot of trouble with the law.
She's had a couple DUIs. She went to court on a hit and run.
Roseville knows me pretty well now.
She's been arrested twice in the last 2 months for possession of meth.
There's a lot of different dangerous things that are in my mom's life right now. She lives on the streets of Roseville. It was a few months back. They found her in a creek, passed out. And my mom had her shirt ripped halfway off and her pants were undone.
Hey. Hello? Hello? Wake up.
There was scratches all over her, bruises on her, and sand all over her back. She'd been raped.
I just woke up. Half of my body was sunburned, my panties were to my knees, and I don't like talking about it because I don't remember a lot of it.
She's on a path to self-destruction.
I can't get it to open.
Mom, you just need to calm down.
The fiend, I'm fiending.
Like I said, if my daughter want to complain and talk about something about her mother, man, you know what? I laugh. I laugh. You know, I'm not laughing at this woman's situation because that's really nothing to laugh at. Not, you know, it's sad. It's really sad. You know, I know I may sound sometimes harsh. It's just that I have listened, like when you watch the whole show, it takes you to when they was like a baby and how they grew up. And then when you look at how they did things to their parents, and when you look at how they used to treat women in the past, then you begin to realize, you know, you do reap what you sow. And of course, 99.9% of them, they always blame their mother or their dad sometime. They blame the parents. This woman is what, 50? And you're still sitting here blaming your parents? Are you serious? It's too much. And this is their idea of having a good time. This is not fun to me. That would never be fun to me. Ever. Like I was telling my daughter, if your father really cared about you, he would leave that crack and all that other stuff alone. You know what I'm saying? I had my issues when it came to experimentation, but I would never sit up there and choose any drug or whatever over my children. I drink still because Jehovah God, Jesus Christ said I can, as long as I'm not practicing drunkardness. And like I said, I have had my share of overdoing it. Yes, I have. Numerous times. But like I told you also, this time around, I took myself to get the help that this congregation said I'm not allowed to do. I said, bunk them. I'm going to the fellowship where I could get support and help and do something about the situation. And that's how I handled that.
I knew I was going to do that.
I'm scared because I know she could die. And I'm angry because I know she knows better.
You better light up the mother, because I need a hit right now. That's what I am. I'm a dope fiend and an addict, and I'm an alcoholic, and I went through a lot for that. So I want it now.
I see a real beautiful person that has lost control of their life and has lost faith in themselves.
You see, her son is still rooting for her, you know? It's sad. It's sad. But she has her family. I bet you her family haven't turned their back on her. They're going to try to get her into intervention, try to get her her act together. They're trying to sit there and work with her, which is really, she has a great family from what it appears. Anyway, this is Sheila True Love. Thank you for listening, and we will definitely talk again. Don't forget, watch how you treat your parents if you want things to go well for you. That's the first command, not a request. That's the first command with a promise, as we can see.